welcome to Cosplay Stitch and Seam. I'm Pennon.
I'm B-Fire.
And I'm Caffeinated David.
Oh,
yeah.
Caffeinated David.
Caffeinated me. Welcome to the chat, buddy.
That can only mean one thing.
We're finally doing the coffee episode.
Coffee!
Yay! How many cups have you had, Mercedes?
I am still working on my first one right now. I've been sipping it, but it is excellent.
Chug, chug, chug. Yep. Nice. Well, as always, if you'd like to reach out to us, you can do that a number of ways. You can do that at our email, which is cosplaystitchandseam@gmail.com,
Or go to the website, cosplaystitchandseam.com. We've got contact forms on there. And why'd you laugh?
Oh no, I was coughing. Sorry.
Oh, I
was just
thought you were
trying not to do it
laughing
in
at
the
me.
mic.
I was
Coffee episode, Mercedes.
Everything's funny.
For coffee.
I thought you were laughing at me. Or...
Go to the Facebook page. Apparently, I have to leave all that in now. Go to the Facebook page. While you're on the Facebook page, join our fantastic community where we share our work in progress Wednesdays. Everybody wants to see what you're working on. It's a fantastic community. We have so many great people who share what they're working on, and they want to hear your feedback, assuming they are asking for feedback. Don't just assume that it's feedback. And if you're not a big fan of the Facebook page, we also have a Discord server because Discord is a lot more manageable, a lot less Zuckerberg, shall we say. But if you're on the internet and you want to help out the show, there are many different ways that you can do that. You can leave us a review wherever they let you. Leave us 5 stars. If they have stars, leave us that review, and we'll even give you a shout out on the show whenever I see it. Sometimes they don't show up for a while, and sometimes you need to let me know so I can give you the proper shout out. And also, you can share the podcast with a friend. We don't pay to advertise. It's all word of mouth. So anytime that you can share it with a friend, we greatly appreciate that. And of course, we have a Coffee account, KOFI Cosplay Stitch, and a Patreon, patreon.com/cosplay stitch. For $3 a month, we give you a shout out every single episode. And for $5 a month, you can join our D&D live stream called Cosplay Chronicle!
Whoa.
Every single month we play our D&D game. It's getting intense. For whatever reason, Pannon's character isn't liking the turn of events. I can't imagine why.
Why wouldn't the wizard want to go to the wizard school? Come on.
I wonder.
I don't know.
Right, so if you want to help out the show, there are many different ways to do it. Please take the time and support the show. We greatly appreciate it.
Nice. Wow, I wasn't ready. I'm sorry, David. I was just listening to your flow, and so good. But yeah, as always, if you would like to promote another cosplayer who is selling some awesome makeup, you can go to foxbeauty.store, use their promo code Stitch and Seam, all one word, to get 10% off your purchase of all vegan, not tested on animal products. And yeah, let's get to this coffee episode.
Coffee!
Oh, I like that chorus. It's very nice.
We harmonize so perfectly.
We do. It's so good. We should start a band.
See, okay. But the thing about coffee and me is that I start overcommitting on it.
No,
Don't tempt me.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay.
I had a fake band once.
Did
At
you?
Fanaticu. At Fanaticu, don't you remember?
You had a fake band?
At Fanaticu.
Keep saying these words. They don't explain anything, Mercedes.
It's a convention in St. George. I think I talked about it maybe once before a long time ago. Oh no, wait, it was a blog post back when this was a blog only. No, I went to Fanaticu and I was dressed as I was Chic. Lexus was Link. This is when we were trolling people because everyone thought she was me. And Matt was there as Skull Kid, and so we were running around pretending that we were in a band. And even asked to like go up on the cosplay stage because we weren't entered in the contest, or well, Matt was, but we were like we just ran up on the stage. We're like, can we hurry and take some pictures? And we like were pretending that we were rocking out, and I like photoshopped the pictures to look like there's like lights and lasers. And
I love this.
our friend Cammie was in the audience being our biggest fan, so we got pictures of her just like cheering us on. So yeah, I've had a fake band before. We had the Ocarina, which was what Skull Kid was playing. I had my lyre as Sheik, and Link was the vocals.
Okay, but what was the band name?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Can I tell you my favorite band name that I ever came up with?
Yes.
So the context on this is that, you know how like, and now that's what I call music volume 852 because we've ran out of ideas. And like they would go through a list of band names of like, listen to the hot tracks from Green Day, Bowling for Soup, Beyonce, and more. I thought it'd be so funny if you had a band named And More. So that way that guy would have to go Beyonce and more and more.
That is amazing.
My go-to band name is Fistful of Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Because
it's amazing.
Because I have a good reason for this.
Okay.
Well, one, it
Do
sounds
you need
cool.
a reason for it? It's so awesome. Okay.
No, but the story with it is good. Because, like, okay, my friends and I were at, like, a nickel arcade and earning tickets, and, you know, all the prizes are usually, like, not great. They'll have, like, the 5 ticket prizes, and then anything else you need, like, 700 to get. Yeah. So we were there for a couple of hours, and we didn't have enough to get anything cool, but we had enough to get, like, pretty much every single one of their plastic dolphins, and they were those little tiny, like, toy plastic dolphins. And so we just put all our tickets on the table and just said, you know, give me a fistful of dolphins. And, like, they didn't even count them. They were just, like, reach in and grab. So we all went home with, like,
much.
Yeah. I love it.
Little dolphins.
That's the best. Oh.
So, I mean, I got some, like, weird questions we can rapid fire. I mean, band names is a good one. Or we can just let this conversation progress naturally.
Oh, yeah, we should probably let listeners know that, like, we have a format for our coffee episode. Not that we're going to follow it.
Do we?
Yeah. We're going to do questions, like, you know, all coffeeed up and
all
hyper.
Coffee all the time.
All coffee all the time. Mine hasn't quite hit in yet, but it will soon.
Well, we'll start with some, like, silly, weird questions.
Excellent. I love
or
this.
Just, yeah. Okay. Some of these are, like, boring, and some of them I'm like, oh, okay, this is okay. Let's start with a basic one. Like, what superpower would you choose?
Ooh, that is a great question. I like the idea of Wolverine levels of healing, but I'd rather have Nightcrawler teleportation.
Ooh, nice.
That way, even if it's just like I'm just going to move myself from a situation that I'm not happy about. Let's say that I'm dealing with a Karen at work or whatever. Bamf, you get that nasty smell in your face every single time. Bamf.
That's amazing.
I love the reasoning.
I'm just like, I've never thought about these possibilities of teleportation.
Yeah. It's got to be specifically Nightcrawler, so there's limitations, right? Like, it's you can only do 2 miles at a time. It's only what you can see. You follow the laws of terminal velocity.
Excellent.
What about you two?
I'm boring. I'd probably pick something like Captain Marvel.
Nice.
That's not boring. That's like dope.
I mean, it's like all the superpowers is very good.
I saw a tweet even of like that scene in Captain Marvel where she's beating the crap out of the guy with Gwen Stefani. I'm just a girl in the background.
Oh,
like,
I love that.
That's a healing moment for a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
So good.
Yeah. Do you know how much I blasted that song as a little teenager?
Mercedes, what's your superpower?
Hang on, finishing a pumpkin cupcake.
A pumpkin cupcake on air? How dare!
I know, right? You're rhyming.
It is the season of pumpkin.
It is the season of pumpkin. As soon as it was like available, I was like, pumpkin coffee now! Which I don't have at home. But I made my own coffee today, which is awesome. So,
Oh, good
Cool.
job.
yeah, I have a French press. I should stay on topic. The coffee's kicking in. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Nice.
Get ready for me
Superpower.
to
Go.
ADD all over the place.
Go.
Go. Mystique.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I would want to be able to transform into whatever body I want to be. Heck yeah.
Nice.
That
I
does
love
sound
the idea of
good.
shape-shifting.
Nice. Okay.
It's dope. I want to be a shapeshifter in real life. Thank you.
Worst movie you've ever seen?
I just started watching Elvis, the Baz Luhrmann film. I only made it an hour in, and I can't do it.
no.
I can't do it.
Oh, no.
I can't. It's so bad. Kaylin and I were trying to watch it the other day, and we're just like, it goes nowhere fast. I like Baz Luhrmann. I think Baz Luhrmann has a really interesting take on directing. It is so bad.
I was going to say, I like his other movies.
Yeah, Moulin Rouge, Romeo Juliet, fantastic films in the sense that it's just like, it's always visually stimulating. This is Tom Hanks at his weirdest.
Wow. Wow.
My grandma loved that movie.
The Elvis movie?
Yeah, every time I call and talk to her, she's like, oh man, and that boy, he looks just like him and sounds like him. She's in love. It's cute.
Oh, have you seen Strictly Ballroom? That's like one of his early ones.
I don't think I have seen that one.
If you haven't, it is so good. It's probably one of my favorite movies, which is not the question. The question is worst movies.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, geez, there's so many. I'm going to go with one I saw recently as well. We did a viewing of the Pauly Shore version of Pinocchio.
Father, I want to go outside. Why won't you? I've seen the trailers for this. This sounds terrible.
See. It was bad. It was so bad. I mean, at least it was laughably bad, but it was, oh my goodness. I kept looking at the clock. How much of this movie is left? But at least with that, we knew what we were getting into. We knew that we wanted to watch a bad movie.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I'm
bad movie.
glad it wasn't bad disappointing.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Mercedes.
Aragon.
Ooh.
I skipped school to see the first showing of it, and it wasn't worth it. I was so mad. My best friend and I in high school skipped school. Like, gasp! The goody-goody two-shoes Mercedes and her best friend skipped school. And it wasn't worth it. We were so mad, but we would watch the crap out of it afterwards to make fun of it.
Okay. I've got one. Originally, my question was going to be like, what anime would you like subject or show to the other two hosts? But then I realized, like, since I'm the anime noob in this group, that I probably would be like, oh, have you seen like Fooly Cooly? Yes, everybody's seen Fooly Cooly. It's 6 episodes long. It's hard not to see Fooly Cooly. Have you seen like? And I just realized like I'd be out of my depth, so I changed it to what show would you subject the other two hosts to?
Oh man. Oh, pause for just a second. But have you seen the new episodes from Stone Ocean? The new JoJo bunch of episodes just dropped.
I'm about halfway through the latest batch.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Shows I would show people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
I might have put too much coffee in my coffee. It's seriously going to my brain. Have you guys seen Medici? First season. First season Medici.
I have not seen Medici.
Lots of pretty people. I don't remember much of the plot, but the pretty people. There's one I'd submit to you guys.
Gosh, I would probably say Schitt's Creek.
I've started. I started watching that one, but I was also really sick, so I would have to like stop and then like go and take care of myself and then come back to it. So it just didn't land. I've been meaning to get back into it, but
yeah, the first season's a little rough, but like whenever I rewatch, I start at the second season. But oh my gosh, like it's just so good. Like it, unlike a lot of the other shows where you're like, oh, rich people having a hard time because suddenly they don't have money, because that seems to be a familiar plot. You actually get to see them like grow and change and become better people, and it's really good.
Yeah, season 1 kind of starts with like the classic, oh, look how dumb they are, they don't know how to be actual people, and then it like season 2 starts getting on its own, and the point that they grow, oh my gosh, it's so freaking wholesome and memeable.
I do use a lot of the GIFs from David, because then
David.
It's David reacting in a David GIF, and I find that more humorous than anything else.
I love how just about everyone in my household just started doing the ew all the time.
Ew, David. I saw freaking Joanne Fabrics has fabric that is just ew, David, repeated.
Oh my god, I need it.
Can I get a cookie of Ew David?
Ew David! Yes! Nice.
Mine, I'm going to cheat. One, the TV show that I would subject you to is the TV show Legion. Not Legion. Legion.
Wow, I was like, that's a different thing.
Very different. It's an X-Men TV show on FX, and it's very cerebral. Also, I can't watch it for like too many sittings in a row, because like the first 2 episodes is like characters off screen going, David, David. And it's just like, stop it. But it's very cerebral. Absolutely love it. Aubrey Plaza, Jermaine Clement, Dan Stevens. He's the guy who played Beast in the new Beauty and the Beast movie. Fantastic lineup, fantastic writing, so good. The second one is Chef with Jon Favreau. Have you guys seen Chef?
No, but I'm here for Jon Favreau. So tell me about this.
It was his film of like, I'm done with Marvel. Marvel pisses me off. I don't get the opportunity to do what I want. So he was inspired by this food truck that came on set one day, and he was talking to the owner, and they were just kind of having a ball. And like after he was done with Iron Man 2, he's like, I had so many restrictions. I hated it. I didn't get to practice my freedom after Iron Man 2. And so I want to make something else. And it's this beautiful allegory about Jon Favreau just kind of coming to terms with that, because it starts out with him as a chef in this very popular restaurant that the owner is not allowing him to, experiment and try new things. People want the classics. Nobody wants to try new things. And it ends with a beautiful, cringy breakdown. It's so good. Absolutely. Like, it's just like one of those movies like, oh yeah, you should follow your passions and not let other people control that passion. Great film. Great film.
Oh, nice.
I forgot we needed a second one.
No. I cheated. It wasn't a second one. I only asked for one.
Oh.
I cheated. I'm the bad guy here.
Well, I'm just going to throw Bee and Puppy Cat out there and just like...
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys watched the Netflix one yet? I haven't seen it yet.
I have.
I started it. It has Tommy Wiseau in one of the episodes.
No.
As what?
Yeah.
Tommy Wiseau, the creator of The Room?
Wait.
I did not kill her. I did not do it. Oh, hi there.
He's like one of the pocket dimensions, like shop manager when they go to like make cookies.
Wait, is he not the manager, the one that goes to the toilet?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, they got a lot of interesting voices on there. They have, what's his name? Ego Raptor Aaron from Game Grumps, and his wife Susie are in it. The guy, a lot of voices from Adventure Time, I think. The guy that does Prismo. Yeah, which I've also been watching recently. I'm on season 7.
That show.
I had been watching it for a while, but I only got up to like part of season 6, and then I kind of fell out of it. So we're watching the rest.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's like one of my favorite series ever. But yeah, I'm loving Bee and Puppy Cat. I'm actually Lexus is going to FanX as Bee, and I'm gonna make her a puppy cat.
Oh, cute. That's coming right up too.
Yep. Yep. I realized I might have overcommitted again. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh crap.
Okay, question.
Uh-huh.
What is the most recent picture on your phone and why is it there?
Oh, it's gonna be boring.
Aww.
Mine's
let's see.
excellent.
Sometimes, oh no, mine is a work-related one. It's a picture of an inventory asset number, so I can manage it later.
That's how mine almost was something like that. Almost something like that.
If I do a small little cheatsy doodle and delete that photo,
yeah.
It is a
Yes, it's
video of me doing a plank, because Quinn and I are doing, like, every morning we do like a minute-long plank and we send a video
Aw.
of that to the other
That's
person.
cool.
So we're like, just like, this is a good wake-up call. It gets us moving a little bit. We sit there and yell at each other throughout that minute recording of like, why were we doing this? I hate you. I hate you.
That's really
Awesome.
sweet, actually.
Awesome. Mine is last weekend I went to the state fair and they had all these booths with like knockoffs of popular TV shows and anime.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a whole like wall of like knockoff One Piece keychains.
Oh, I love it.
And so I took pictures and I sent them to my friend who really likes One Piece. And I was like, this is the One Piece we have at home. Because the meme about, you can't have One Piece. We have One Piece at home. And
One Piece
the
at home.
is really bad knockoffs. So what's yours, Mercedes?
My kids at my work, I started a Unity club, and so my last picture is of their inspo board and whiteboard prototype of a game where I sat them down and I was like, okay, what is going to be like our core mechanic? Let's try and design a game based off of a mechanic. And I mentioned like jumping in Mario, and they're like, well, what if instead of jumping you use a shotgun to like blast yourself around a cave? And we've got a start. So it's like the whiteboard completely filled in with ideas. It's like, ooh, there can be slime covered rocks, and oh, those slime covered rocks are because you're actually a scientist, and anytime you hit your head, that's like a point against you because like you got to keep your brain smart. And it's just like, it's amazing. And I don't know, I gotta brag about my students really quick. Sorry, just jumping into this.
How dare.
So I've got 2 kids on the team right now. We're gonna have more down the line. It's just with school starting, people are busy. But these 2 kids, one's just got really good handle on like game mechanics and level design, and the other one like can capture motion with his drawings. He's not very good at drawing, but he captures the motion of what he wants. So when we came up with the slime rock, like he was drawing arrows like in the direction of the movement and how you could go back and forth and how water would affect your movement. And I was just like, I'm proud of these kids. I'm like so glad that they joined this club.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's very cute.
Then I need more because I'm gonna have them try for game jams. Heck yeah!
Aww.
Nice.
Anyways, I love my job.
Okay,
let's continue.
Did we answer everybody on that one? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I wrote this one down a little while ago. Happy birthday! Time to choose your starter class. What D&D 5e class and subclass are you choosing?
Oh.
I
have to like
barbarian with a subclass of monk.
So you're multi-classing. You're not even subclass. Like, because when I say subclass, I mean like.
Oh wait, that's right, dude. I'm like, so bad at D&D.
You're even on a podcast with D&D stuff on it.
I know, and you all know I am terrible at it. I'm surprised no one's called me out. Well, okay, I'm multi-classing.
Okay, you're multi-classing.
So I can't subclass yet because I haven't gotten that far because I multi-classed instead.
Oh man. Gosh, that's hard. I think I would honestly stick with wizard.
Yeah.
I have to look up what the subclasses are though. Hold on.
I love how Pannon's like, be wizard, like thoughtfully thinking about it while I just the barbarian. While she's looking that up, what about you, David?
So I would be a bard because I am charismatic AF. And I would follow under the College of Creation.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right, so
yet to play a bard. Okay, first phone
so
on your first picture
Anticipation.
on your phone. I almost said first phone on your picture.
first phone on your picture.
What's your first picture on your phone? But Panon's got to answer her question first.
I'm trying to see, like, what are these all? Conjuration, enchantment, necromancy. As much as I love playing a necromancy wizard, I don't know that I would enjoy that in real life. Probably something like abjuration.
Ooh.
Yeah, or transmutation. One of those.
I take you more as an order of the scribes, but that's just me.
Oh, yeah. I could. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is me trying to like hurry and scroll through, but that actually does sound better.
I like playing wizard in the 3 chances I've ever had to play forever DM problems. But School of the Scribes is very just like, I was playing it once and I was playing it as a magical schoolgirl kind of character. And her spell book was a star-shaped like journal, like you know when you're like 6 years old and you've got the gel pen and everything. And like your spell book talks to you and whatnot. And so it was perfect.
Cute.
Just very, very cute aesthetics.
I love that.
I like it.
Nice. Let's see. I had one.
But
of these.
first picture on your phone, like not the latest one, but the first one you ever took on your phone.
Oh, the first,
the very first.
Jeez.
You want me to scroll? You want me to do 2 things?
Yes.
The oldest picture on my phone that I still like. I do like a photo dump every other year. So the first picture I have on my phone is one that I keep saving over, which is when I met Matt Mercer at Anime Fest.
Aww.
Yeah, when we were judging that year and he was a guest, and so they let me go backstage and get a picture real quick.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Mercedes?
It's of Chris.
Aww. Cute.
It's hard to get pictures of him. He doesn't like them.
Okay. Mine is before the Disney buyout of Marvel properties. And back when Universal had more rights to the Marvel characters, in 2009, I went to Universal Islands of Adventure, and I have a picture with a really terrible costumed Captain America. But it's just it's a guy at a theme park, and we're just sitting there in a power pose together. Super fun. But, yeah, that's my very first number 1 photo on my phone.
That's cute.
Aww, that's super cute.
Very good. Let's see what else I got.
Mother effer, gosh.
You drink the coffee. You don't put you can't put yourself into the coffee.
No. Someone turned my Colossus vinyl around.
Oh.
And on one side it's the Colossus, on the other side it's a shadow, because Shadow Colossus, and the eyes are like glowing, and I just turned and that was looking at me. That scared me. All right, I'm good.
Nice.
I'm focusing.
Okay, what book has had the biggest impact on you?
Ooh. Felicia Day wrote a book forever ago called You're Never Weird on the Internet, almost. And it's a biography. Oh man. Ooh. And when you she just kind of talks about like her first computer, her learning violin, her moving out to LA, and like as an actor struggling because it's like, oh well, I earn enough money doing commercials all the time, and I don't really need to eat food because I take 90 takes eating pretzels or cheese puffs or whatever in this commercial, so I'm not hungry ever. And like she has this big long thing about how like she was just really lucky. She was in the right place at the right time, and she's the first to admit it. And at one point, she was at a convention, and someone drew her character from the guild and handed it to her and goes, "This is garbage. I'm sorry," and ran away. And she like stops everything. She goes, I'm so sorry, you guys, you're going to have to wait. She chases down that person and like opens it up in front of her and goes, this is something that you created. This did not exist before you. You can't tell me that this is nothing because you put time and energy. We only have so much time and energy on this planet. And you chose to do something that created something brand new. You cannot tell me that this is garbage. And like I'm like reading this at 2:00 in the morning, and I'm in tears next to Kaylin, going, she's just so nice. Yeah, and it's just inspiring. I reread like that latter half of the book every now and again because it's just like, yeah, I can do it, can't I?
Yeah. Oh, that's
so
cute.
sweet.
I like that. Mercedes.
So I'm like a poster child for Harry Potter got me reading. Author's garbage, but reading was stupid as a kid. I'm like, why are you having me do this over and over again? It's still the same letter. That's still A. And I just did not understand it at all. I hated sitting there in class and listening to everybody read a paragraph and then the next kid read a paragraph. It was boring. The book was uninteresting. And then we read Harry Potter in class. I always got in trouble for not following along. All right. Because I would just get so bored and I want to space out. Which I would. And then we got Harry Potter and we started reading that in class. And I'm like reading it. And I'm like, this is interesting. And I just kept going. And I still got in trouble for not following along, but it's because I read ahead that time. So my mom was like, what is this book? Because she could not get me to read. Yeah, so I think that is probably my most influential one, because since then I have read thousands of books. I would end up being like the kid in my class that would read the most books in a year kind of thing. Whenever they would do like those contests in elementary school, and ended up getting like a really high reading level because of it, and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I just liked reading after that.
Nice.
As for a book like that's influenced me as an adult, hopping on, some of the self-help kind of stuff, Leaders Eat Last. I really enjoy that book. I have it as an audiobook, and I just re-listen to it every now and then, especially since like I'm now kind of a manager in my workplace. I want to be a good person to my coworkers. And that book just kind of like helps remind me, okay, I got to do these things. I need to remember this, and, make my employees feel, my coworkers, because they're not really my employees, my coworkers feel part of the team and wanted and like valued. So yeah, I like that one a lot. Highly recommend it, especially like if you're in a toxic work environment, read it and you'll be like, oh my gosh, my boss is terrible. That's what started me reading it originally. But now I read it to make me not like my old bosses. So,
nice. That's a hard one. Like I didn't come up with, but I added the question, and I was still like, what am I going to pick for this? Because and I was going through my my Overdrive, which is like the little free library app that lets you borrow audiobooks. And I was like, I wonder, like, I'll just scroll through and see what I've done so far. And since this time last year, I've read like over 50 books.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Because I read a lot. So sometimes it's hard for me to like pick a standout one when I'm like, oh, that one was good. That one was good. Oh, that one had a good message. Oh, that one was really interesting. Gosh. So one of the really cool ones I've read recently, I think Kaylin was actually the one who suggested it. And it was the Wayward Children series by Shauna McGuire.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I really like that one. I feel like if I had had that one growing up, it would have had a big change on like how I see myself as a person and how I expressed myself. Because it's very accepting of like not just people who are like all over the place on the terms of like neurodivergency, but also like on like different LGBT aspects and like even like magical, fantastical worlds and things. So it has like everything that you could possibly want to relate to as a kid growing up and feeling like you don't fit in. It's one of those things that assures you like no matter what, there's a place for you. There's a place that is accepting for you.
Aww.
And I loved that, and it's just really cool. So as far as like self-help kind of books, I'm really bad about reading those. I got about halfway through The Subtle Art of Not Giving a
I
Leap
love
for-
that book.
That one's pretty good. And except every time my parents walked by as I'm reading it, they're like, "What's that supposed to mean?"
You're like,
Like,
it's about caring, but only like putting your cares toward. I'm using the word cares.
yeah,
You're putting your cares towards what's important, and putting your cares not towards the things that aren't important.
exactly. Yeah. Being selective, setting boundaries. Important stuff.
Boundaries are great. They're hard to set, but they are great.
Yeah. What you got questions-wise, David?
My next one is, what's the most recent series that you have finished?
Finished.
I'm in trouble. I'm supposed to be finishing the second series of Mistborn.
The Alloy of Law.
Yeah, working through that one right now, and so those books are like on like a super long list for the library right now because Dragonsteel's coming up, which is going to be the release of the fourth book in that series. And Sadie and I are going to that, but she's like, get on the wait list now. So I did, and the first book and the third book are in my thing, but not the second one, and I'm 15th in line for the second one. So I'm like, well, I'll just take my time with the first one right now, and and hopefully the second one comes out by I'm able to have access to it by the time I'm finished. Because I don't think Sadie will want me to skip to the third. But yeah, I should think of one that I finished. Crap.
Oh man, that's my hard part. Is I'm like, what did I finish recently?
Partway, I'm caught up on Harlequin.
I haven't finished it yet.
Nice. Probably The Sandman. I know that's just the first season, but finished watching it.
That one was really good.
I'm halfway through that.
Yeah.
I just finished Hunter x Hunter.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, Quinn and I have been watching it. I think we've been watching it like on and off for the past like 6-8 months. And the last two arcs were actually probably my favorites. The Chimera Ant arc was just absolutely amazing from start to finish. Every bit of it was just like, no, I don't like these characters. These guys suck. I love these characters so much. Shoot Knuckle, no! Oh no! Like it's legitimately so good. Like we're trying to figure out what to watch next, and we're like, we started Fleabag. I
haven't heard of that.
It's an Amazon show. Definitely very adult, very, very adult. And has some really cringe comedy, but not like Office cringe. Just I think it's a really great statement on like feminist culture and like extreme feminism and like realistic feminism in a sense. Like there's one bit where it's like they're at a feminist seminar, the main character and her sister, and they're like, who would like to change their body? And they're the only two people in the entire audience that raises their hands, and they're like, we're bad feminists. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
So just like small cringe moments, but like I think it's worth a watch if you're able to go through not adult entertainment, more adult themed shows.
Oh boy, nice. Let's see, what else have I got? I'm sorry, David. Some of these I was like, I started out the list and I was like, the first ones are really good, and I'm just gonna copy over some of these, and now I'm like, oh, why are they bad?
I am like trying to sit still right now.
David, why don't you do another one while I'm looking through these?
Okay. This one's silly and it's dumb.
I'm here for it.
What is the second most used app on your phone?
Oh, how do I tell?
Just bias.
Oh, okay.
I am an old person.
Is it Facebook?
It's solitaire. I just really like it when the cards do the thing at the end. Shh. I like organizing things.
Wow.
Very
Shut
cute.
up.
I was gonna say either TikTok or the Bird app. I'm not sure which one I use the most and which one I don't. Probably Twitter.
Probably Twitter.
I'm on Twitter like a lot, but not as much as I am on TikTok because you have to spend the time to watch the videos.
I love Finch.
I definitely know that TikTok is my number one used app because the number of times that I get that, like, hey, you've been scrolling a while
I
message.
know.
It's like, no, I'm sick. Let me have this. I thought I was dying this morning. But my number two app is called Night Skate. I actually know the developers and I got to be a beta tester for it.
Oh, sick.
But it's just a one button game press where you just skateboard through like a couple different environments, and it's got some chill music. The sound effects are fun. It's got a decent learning curve to it. I know we were talking about this before we hit record, Mercedes, but it was a Game Jam entry a couple years ago.
Ooh.
Heck yeah!
It's on iOS and Android. It's like $2.99. But legitimately super, super good. And it just kind of like, it's a great calming thing because like if my brain's ever really loud, it's just like I can focus on that. It's just distracting enough that I can like still be focused on what needs to happen in real time and I don't get sucked into the game. It's easy to walk away from.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. That is fun. Let's see. What is your favorite useless fact? Like you have to bring up a like just random bit of trivia. What's your go-to?
Ooh, I have so many useless facts. Oh.
You see, but now you gotta have me admit that it's useless.
Did you know in Scott Pilgrim, they were told not to blink while on camera unless it was like for comedic effect?
Oh, I did hear that actually.
What?
Yes, because they wanted it to be more comic book like. And they decided like if you blink less, your eyes like are always open unless like the character would do an actual blink in real time. Also, there's a lot of like sound effects that go in time with body movement or music that goes in time with body movement in that movie. In a lot of Edgar Wright films, because Edgar Wright's one of my favorite directors. The term for that is called Mickey Mousing.
Oh, huh.
Yeah. Two useless facts for one.
I wrote like 4 papers in college on that movie.
Really?
And for different classes. Some were video game classes, some were film classes.
Oh my gosh.
What about you two?
I have so many, but the only one that's coming to my brain is like, did you? This was one that like Hina told me, and I had to look it up because I thought she was lying to me. Because I was like, that cannot be true. But the artificial flavoring that they use, they don't anymore, but they used to use for raspberry. So like artificial raspberry flavoring. Do you know where it came from?
No.
It came from the anal glands of beavers.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep. Apparently they used that for a couple of artificial flavors back not even that long ago.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
I know. I was like, that can't be real. There's no way. And it is.
That's...
Speaking of artificial flavors, did you know that the reason that our banana candies don't taste like actual bananas is because that species of bananas died off in like the 60s?
I did know that. Yeah. That's wild.
What about you, Mercedes?
Your D6s.
Okay.
The opposite sides add to 7. So like 1 and 6 are on opposite sides. They add to 7. 5 and 2 are on opposite sides, so they add to 7.
Yeah, that's actually like a huge arguing point in a lot of like dice making community because D10s
Really?
don't always follow that rule
Oh.
because they're all supposed to add
they
up
can't.
to 1 above the.
I was like, it can't add to 7 because there's a 10 in there. I was trying to figure that out.
No, but like all dice are supposed to have 1 plus the total die face. So like if you have a D6, all the dice should be able to, like, the individual faces should add up to 1 plus, so 7, or if you have a D8, it would be 9. But D10, like, a lot of people are like, okay, but does the 0 count as the 10? Like, what are we doing? Like, how do we? So, like, there's in the dice making community, there's a lot of people who are like, where do you put the numbers? Because that's very, very important on the D10s. It's fascinating.
That's interesting. Stuff. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Let's see. Do you have any secret phobias?
We all know mine aren't secret, so bees.
Bees?
Bees. I love bees.
Secret phobia. Like,
but you're scared of bees?
Yes.
You love them, but you are scared of them.
It's irrational, but I love them because they are great for the environment. Bees are cute. They are so cute. But if they fly towards me and I'm not prepared for it, I will bolt.
Okay. This is like a very, very niche thing, and I wouldn't even call it a phobia. You guys have seen the movie Troy, right? The 3-hour-long epic.
Oh my goodness. No. Yes, I have.
So it's about
Troy.
Yeah, just Troy from Community. It's just a 3-hour-long movie about Troy from. Yeah. It's like the. I'm losing words now. The coffee's just a little bit too strong. The invasion of Troy, Helen of Troy, all that fun stuff, right? Achilles.
Was not gay enough.
Agreed. But there's a scene where somebody is murdered in combat, and they die by blood loss through the neck. Yeah,
okay.
We'll say that. And that was such a visceral scene in my childhood that it became like a number one fear for me.
Okay.
To the point where like I have a hard time just shaving my neck because I'm like, what if I do this thing? That is a secret fear of mine.
Okay, but I have one like that too. And it's because of Jurassic Park.
You're afraid to get spit on by a giant dinosaur?
No.
Lexus is afraid of dinosaurs because of that movie.
Is literally dying on the toilet. And I was like, that would be like the worst place to die. And then they had freaking Zombieland come out not long after that. And something happens to another guy on the toilet. And I was like, no!
Oh my gosh.
That's my irrational fear.
I gotta throw one in there, actually. There is one that gets to me. I love the movie Gladiator. When the Caesar is getting smothered, I can't watch that part.
Yeah. Just too much.
I can't. Like, the idea of asphyxiation is just like, nope.
Yeah. Terrifying stuff.
Yeah. Also almost drowned as a kid, so that's probably part of it. But, you know.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah, I was an idiot. No, this is a fun story. We're jumping into this.
Okay.
Jumping into this. Because that's what I did. I was at a pool, and there was a bench in the pool that went from the shallow end to the deep end, and you could walk along it. And I was walking back and forth, and I came over by the deep end, looked at the water, and was like, I can touch the bottom, and jumped. I could not touch the bottom. And my pregnant mother had to jump into the pool to get me out.
Oh my god.
Because I am an idiot.
Wow.
So yeah, that happened. I very much panicked when I realized that, well, I could touch the bottom, but my head was not above the water.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was still burned into my memory. What's the next question?
I've got one. It's very simple. Probably a good one to wrap up on. When you are doing Con Crunch and not practicing what we preach, what is your go-to caffeinated beverage?
Oh, that's a good one. Ooh. So I have trouble with caffeinated beverages. I mean, I can't do energy drinks because I did this thing where I had too many of them getting ready for a con, and it sent me into a really bad panic attack.
Yikes!
And so I don't really do those anymore. But my favorite caffeinated beverages, I would say, are vanilla Coke or Dr. Pepper.
Nice. Very nice. What about you, Mercedes?
I usually go for a Coke or coffee now. I like raspberry coffee, but now I'm questioning raspberries. At least the artificial flavoring.
I can't do most like energy drinks like Monster and Red Bull. The smell of them put me off something fierce.
Like gasoline and pixie sticks.
Yeah, like it's overly sweet, and it's just the smell alone. Like I have to leave the room if someone.
I don't like how energy drinks make me feel.
So I will usually go for some coffee. There's a great place that makes a fantastic macchiato not far from me, and I usually get that if I need to get a nice perk up. But Kaylin, like every morning makes coffee, and it's just like, oh, here's your coffee. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is so fantastic. It's delicious. That's what I've been drinking all morning. Yeah, coffee. I'm a Pepsi person. I really like Pepsi. But I also have a weakness for vanilla Coke. If they have vanilla Coke, that is what I'm going to go for every single time.
So good.
It's so good.
I used to be a Pepsi person. Now I like Coke.
I'll drink both. Like I'm not going to be
battery
like
acid to me. So.
Well, what else we got? That was our last question. Do we have a horror story we want to add?
We do have some horror stories from our Discord. I'm going to read two because they're pretty short, pretty sweet.
Oh,
Let's do it.
So, horror story time.
Horror stories. Spooky, spooky, spooky.
Had to say that so I knew when to place in the audio cue. PB and James wrote April 5th on our Discord server. Sorry, it's taking us so long, PB and James. This just happened. I ripped one of the headpiece wings I spent hours working on after work today while trying to erase the pencil markings, and I'm trying not to break down over it because it's just paper and marker, but it took so long. Each side takes me an hour to draw out to match and then outline perfectly, times that by 4 for both wings. I just lost over 2 hours of work, and I'm supposed to start something else, but I guess not. And then they included a picture and it just #pain and then a little crying smiley face.
Oh no.
Oh, it looks so sad. And then the next one is Anime Watcher. A little bit after that says, I guess it's my turn. After having my commissioned Sailor Jupiter cosplay be sewn so close to my body, I can't get in the darn thing. I have no way for me to use the bathroom without taking the whole thing off. Then my scheduled photographer had a family emergency and had to cancel our photo shoot. Yikes.
Oh, jeez.
Frustrating.
Yup.
I did that once where I sewed myself into a costume on accident. Well, I was able to get in it. I squeezed into it and then I couldn't get out, so I had to cut myself out of it.
Oh, wow. Oh, no. Wow. Mercedes, no.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, if you guys at home have not had enough of us and would like to send us some of your horror stories or just say hi, you can do that at cosplaystitchandseam@gmail.com or
go to the website, cosplaystitchandseam.com, and we've got contact forms there. You can also send us any topic requests or guest requests, things like that. We are all down for it. Or
you can go to the Facebook page. And while you're on the Facebook page, join our fantastic community. Join our Work in Progress Wednesdays, our Finished Fridays. We would love to see what you are working on. If you're not a big fan of Facebook, there is a link to our Discord on our website. So make sure that you go visit there. And hey, you had to go on the internet to get that link, didn't you? So while you're there, leave us a review on whatever app lets you leave that review. We greatly appreciate it. It helps our It helps our algorithm. Oh, algorithm is a hard word today right now, apparently.
Algorithm.
Algorithm, just like in Kimmy Schmidt. Algorithm. All right.
I love Kimi.
Help our algorithm by leaving us a review. I'm just going to leave all that in. You're welcome. And also, if you want to just share the podcast with a friend, share it on your Twitter feed. Tag us on Instagram. We would love to see what you're working on while you're listening to the podcast, or if you just need a distraction, we would love to hear all about it. And of course, if you want to give us some money to help us keep the lights on, help us keep paying for the overhead of our website and for hosting fees. Lord, oh man, I am losing words. Your lack of words is catchy. It is very, very catchy, Mercedes.
The caffeine.
You're almost there, David. You're almost there.
I'm almost there. We do have a Patreon. For $3 a month, you get a shout out of the show. For $5 a month, you can join our Cosplay Chronicles. Some of the amazing people that we need to thank is Tim Yoke, Wanderboy Cosplay, Trough Cos, Lydia, Rose Does, Yggdrasil, Dr. Steggy, PB and James, Cynics, Hot Riku, Rena Mira, Jazzy Kofed, Jaguar Quinn, Gloria Shu, Sudi, Shock H, and
Silver Deeds.
Yay! Thank you guys so much. If you want to check out one of our lovely friends who is also a cosplayer and makes some amazing products, you can go to foxbeauty.store. That's FOXX beauty.store. Use the promo code Stitch and Seam to get 10% off your purchase of all vegan, not tested on animal products. Thanks as always to Macy Roberts for the use of her music as our theme song. And David Jeffress.
Really quick. Hang on. You go so fast. I'm going to use Fox Beauty's makeup for one of my costumes at Bonsai.
Oh, nice.
I can't wait to see it.
Which one?
Great. The Drifter.
Of course.
I'm going to be blue for it, but he's got some excellent blue shades to add to my palette.
Oh, take lots of pictures. Thanks also to David Jeffress for his amazing editing. How are your podcasts going, David?
They are going so great. Since October is going to be a spooky month, we are reading Marvel Zombies by the guy who wrote Walking Dead. Has some of my favorite lines of dialogue in a comic book ever. I quote all the time. So go make sure you're checking out Comic Trade Monthly, where we talk about your favorite comic book collection in a book club format. Season 2 of The Last Voice. We just hit a big episode. Like, it's one of my favorite episodes. It was the one that I struggled the most on, and I'm so happy with how it came out. So go make sure that you go check that one out, because the most recent episode, I think it's like week 53, is just a banger from start to finish. It's only like 6.5 minutes long. So it'll take you no time to get through it. And then you just help me by listening to my show just a little bit.
Amazing. Just want to send out a whole latte of love to our listeners for always being here and helping us espresso ourselves. Have a good one, guys, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.